Don't go, Daddy. 6-year-old Emma's tiny fingers clung desperately to her father's jacket as tears rolled down her cheeks. The bus station was crowded that cold autumn morning, but Emma could hear only the sound of her own heart breaking. Her father, Michael Carter, knelt down and gently wiped away her tears.
"Hey, Pumpkin," he said softly. "Look at me."
Emma shook her head. No, if I look at you, you'll leave.
Michael felt a sharp pain in his chest. He had received orders to deploy overseas with the military. The mission was supposed to last only 1 year. 1 year. That was what everyone kept saying. But to a 6-year-old little girl, 1 year felt like forever. Michael reached into his pocket and pulled out a small silver necklace. Attached to it was a tiny heart-shaped pendant. He placed it around Emma's neck.
Whenever you miss me, hold this heart.
Emma looked at it through her tears. Will you really come back? Michael smiled.
I promise.
Promise, promise?
Promise, promise.
She extended her tiny pinky finger. Michael wrapped his finger around hers.
Pinky promise.
Emma finally smiled. Then she asked the question that would stay with Michael for years. Daddy, what if I wait every day?
Then I'd better hurry home.
Neither of them knew that those words would become the center of Emma's entire life.
The bus pulled away. Emma ran alongside it. Daddy, I love you. I love you too. The bus disappeared around the corner, and Emma kept standing there, waiting, watching, hoping, for hours.
That night, Emma sat by the living room window. Her mother, Sarah, walked over. Honey, it's bedtime. The bus disappeared around the corner. What if Daddy comes home tonight? Sarah forced a smile. He won't be home tonight. Tomorrow? No. Next week? Sarah hesitated. Maybe not. Emma hugged her knees. Then I'll wait. Sarah kissed her forehead, and for the first time, she realized something terrifying. Emma wasn't just saying it, she meant it. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. Every afternoon after school, Emma sat on the front porch, watching the road, waiting. Neighbors often smiled when they passed. Still waiting for your daddy? Emma nodded proudly. He promised. At first, everyone found it sweet. Then months became a year, and Michael still hadn't returned. One rainy afternoon, Sarah received a phone call. Her face turned pale. The phone slipped from her hand. Emma looked up. Mom? Sarah's eyes filled with tears. What happened? Sarah couldn't speak. Emma felt fear creeping into her chest. Mom? Finally, Sarah whispered the words. Your father's unit was attacked. Emma froze. What does that mean? Sarah broke down crying. It means they can't find him. The room went silent. Emma stared at her mother, not understanding. Can't find him? Sarah nodded. They don't know where he is. Emma looked toward the front door, then toward the road outside, then back at her mother. But Daddy promised. Sarah covered her face and cried harder. Weeks later, the military officially declared Michael missing in action. Most people assumed the worst. Friends came to comfort Sarah. They brought food, flowers, condolences. But Emma hated every visit because everyone said the same thing. You have to be strong. Your father would want that. Sometimes life isn't fair. Nobody said he was coming back. Nobody except Emma. One evening, she stood in the middle of the living room and shouted, "Stop saying he's gone!" The adults fell silent. Emma's face was red. He promised me, a family friend sighed. Sweetheart, no! Tears streamed down her face. My daddy keeps his promises. She ran upstairs and slammed the door. Inside her room, she grabbed the silver heart necklace and whispered, I know you're coming back. Years passed. Emma turned 7, then 8, then 10. Every birthday, she made the same wish. Bring my daddy home. At school, other children started making fun of her. One boy laughed. Your dad isn't coming back. Emma punched him in the nose. The principal called Sarah. That evening, Sarah sat beside her daughter. You can't hit people. He said daddy's dead. Sarah sighed. He shouldn't have said that. Then why won't anyone tell him he's wrong? Sarah had no answer, because deep inside, even she had started losing hope. But Emma never did. Not for a second.
At age 12, Emma created a routine. Every evening, she placed an extra plate on the dinner table. Sarah would remove it. Emma would put it back. The argument happened almost every night. One evening, Sarah finally snapped. "Enough!" Emma looked shocked. Sarah immediately regretted it, but years of pain exploded out.
He's gone, Emma.
The words hung in the air, heavy, sharp, cruel. Emma slowly stood.
No!
Sarah wiped tears from her eyes.
Honey, no.
Emma picked up the extra plate, placed it back on the table, and whispered,
Daddy promised.
Then she walked away. Sarah sat there crying, because part of her desperately wished she could believe as strongly as her daughter. When Emma turned 16, she got her first job at a local diner. Every dollar she earned went into a small wooden box. One day, her best friend Lily asked,
What are you saving for?
Emma smiled.
A plane ticket. Where?
When my dad comes home. Lily's expression softened. Emma continued.
If he comes back somewhere far away, I don't want him to be alone.
Lily looked away because she didn't know how to tell her friend that 20 years was a very long time. That same year, Emma began writing letters. Not emails, not texts, actual handwritten letters. Every week, one letter, addressed simply to Dad. She kept them all in a box. Hundreds of letters, thousands of pages, stories about school, friends, heartbreak, graduation, life. Everything she wished she could tell him, because she believed one day he would read every single word. And far away, on the other side of the world, a man sat alone in a dark room, older, broken, scarred, holding on to a memory. The memory of a little girl with tears in her eyes and a pinky promise, a promise he had spent 20 years trying to keep.